Welcome to Factorio SpaceX Extreme Mode. So last time we were working on this connection out in the west and finishing up this. I now have renamed the stations with their correct names instead of the default names. And we, in theory, would be ready to redirect the ore trains, the iron ore trains at least, over to this new setup. However, if you come and have a look at the ore, let's scroll down to here. We should be having 8 sets of 4 furnaces devoted to processing iron, and look, they're all empty. Aside from finally up here, there's a little bit of action. Do you know what that means? It means we have absolutely no, or next to no, iron ore in the system. We've got 100. No, we've got minus 64. That is probably why our production stats have dropped below the magic 400,000 plates per minute, which is good because we do want to, there we go, we must have had a train come in. We do want to exhaust the, yeah, there's no iron ore here. We do want to exhaust the iron ore, so it's good that it's low, but given that copper is not quite as extreme, I think I actually want to redirect the copper trains first. Some stone. There is a little bit of iron ore, but we've been shutting down so many iron ore factories that, well, mining operations that we need to close off that as well. We don't have much flow of iron ore. I've never redone this, have I? I keep getting distracted. I'm sorry, guys. It's just thinking of trying to say something meaningful and interesting and concentrate on what's going on and take in what I'm seeing. It's sometimes too much for the way my mind works. The one thing that is worth mentioning is I believe our oil is in a much better place. Certainly the fact that there's 2 trains in here, and it looks like there's about 4,000 crude oil barrels in addition to what's in here, would suggest that oil is sort of on top, but I think it's going to be temporary. We will have to go back and address oil. But anyway, so what I said was, yes, I'd like to redirect the copper first, so we need to finish off the copper and that's why I'm over here. I cleared out some more area around here because we probably need it. I need to extend this along if we are to feed copper up. So that is probably what we're going to do. That's that train. I need the, I need to get some landfill over here then. Where is the landfill train? It's over here, okay. Landfill, I need you to come to West End so that I can use you. West End circuit condition, let's go. Well, I'm going to have to invest some time in fixing up trains as well, probably fill in a bunch more of this, have the trains come in at a lower point, have this sort of on an angle so that I can signal this properly, maybe even space this out more so that I can make it work better. I don't know. A lot needs to be done. That one should stop. With a bit of luck, this oil train will get to go shortly. With a bit of luck, where are you actually going? Are you going that way? Oil 2 does occasionally get used. Anyway, enough of that. So, enough of that. No, I kind of need to wait for that because unless our clever little landfill train, maybe it came up here, down here. Maybe, oh, there it is. That's probably the landfill train. Yep. So it'll be with us shortly. So yeah, what we need to do is copper. That is a copper. This is going to be kind of going into the way. So I'm going to have to put a 4-way in, move up here, and then probably along here so that we don't get in the way of that copper ore. I mean, the other thing we could do is come down here, but I'm probably more in favor of coming along up there. Anyway, I need to do something, so I have very little rail on me. Let's grab some more rail. If we can get the copper online and then start redirecting trains and burning up the ore, it's basically copper online, redirect trains, pull down smelting in the main base so that we only have decentralized smelting, and then build the stations for our west plate drop-off. Completely out of nukes. How distressing. And then that may well be the last time that we need to deal with oops, I was right the first time. Maybe the last time we need to deal with smelting. Then it will only be extending supply lines. Get a little bit of rail in here. Do I have enough signals and things? Signals, yes. Lights, yes. Big poles for the moment, yes. We don't actually use big poles at too great a rate. Main trunk line heading west. We may as well move that right up towards the water here, as we are going to need that for our copper connection. I should probably check on the health of space science so we can do the final, well, final, it might not be the final, depending just how fast we are burning through our mines now that we've got, well, we will have a 200% productivity boost. Kind of would like to get to the end of this. We will have a 200% productivity boost. Is that going to be enough, or do I press on to 300 and 400%? I'm not sure at the moment. Yeah, here's what I want to look at. So 300, no, none. 348. Is that enough by 30? It probably is enough, sitting in basically storage for the science labs for us to do this final, well, as I said, for now, final mining productivity. So let's kick that off. How are we going over here? I only looked at that to give these guys time to recharge, but obviously even that was not enough for them. So we'll give them a helping hand. And so I hope you guys are postulating, and even in the comments if you like, let me know what you think is going to happen to UPS in particular, or overall productivity, when we finally turn off our centralized smelting and have our full decentralized smelting in place. What sort of difference is it going to make? I think that I'm not sure what the exact amount of UPS change will be, because I think we'll actually have increased plate production as well. But I'd like to think we'll get quite a significant boost. Certainly we're eliminating 2 trips of ore to deliver to smelters, and then picking up plates and taking them to supply chests. Those are being eliminated by the process. We need to go and grab our landfill train, and actually I probably need another lane crossing here. Wow, the responsiveness is just not there when you are on solid fuel, and less than 30 UPS. You really notice the difference when it drops below 30. I kind of feel... oh, we're out of a few things. I kind of feel 30 is sort of the minimum that's decent to operate on. Maybe we'll grab that 8 as well. Get down here, probably not. There we go. Robots can catch up, do their own thing. We're only going back and forward along the track. Probably need to move where West End is as well, because this certainly isn't the end anymore. Let's move you to, say, there. And jump on board. In fact, we will do that. I'll gather up this West End station, and we'll move that. Let's go. And I think all the robots have caught up. I'll probably need to get some more nukes, because we are going to get close to Biter country very soon. What's this one running? You're running rocket fuel. You can just crash into the end. There we go. Now, the new West End station. West End. Right, and we will do our usual... couple of these guys down, load it up with our stuff so that we can grab landfill. I might just grab 8,000 and then 8,000 rather than worrying about as much as I can do at once. We need to cross at about here. Widest part of the lake, but I'm not particularly concerned about that. And there we go, we've finished mining productivity 100. I'll let the satellites keep launching. And there's some of the carnage that I reaped between episodes. Certainly those, I should actually check on my all-time consumption of nukes. I would suggest we're in the thousands at this point. It does get a little bit take them out, then the whole military side of the game is kind of meaningless, and to me that's a problem. How much do we have left? I might just top up, just to make sure that we can make it. Tiny bit left. Right, well, we'll use up all, and then we may need another train load of we may need another train of nukes. Oh, there's nowhere for them to go anyway. They'll find space as soon as some of the landfill is removed. Suggest. I need to fill this all the way up to the top. Because, well, I could just make a passageway, but I think I'm just going to turn it into land completely. There's probably some more interesting stuff that you might want to see. We certainly don't need water around our smelter operation, our copper smelter operation. As you can see, there were some robots up there. So what I am going to do is grab the rest of that, move this train. Now that it's up here, we can get out, we can say go back to landfill, and then it should come back here. Now, our other train's probably in the way, so that's actually not a good idea. Let's just put you on manual, catch up. Since our other train's in the way, we may as well ride you to our other train, and then if I'd moved it back down onto the coming to the west, we would have been okay, but as I didn't, we'll have to ride this train along the first part of its journey. And we are coming up now to the engineering train, so let's just stop you here. Down here, you can resume your journey. You can actually go to West End as well, automated, and I'll have a sip of coffee. So I'm not really paying too much attention to the satellites. I guess I'll let it get up to about 1100. It really depends. I mean, I don't need to do anything with it until, you know, perhaps until next time I am near the main base, because I can't do it from, well, I could do it from remote. I could say get rid of the stack inserter that is loading up. It's not really helping. I could get rid of the stack inserter remotely and then have it put it back, but I am good with it the way I've been doing it. So yeah, actually there's no reason not to turn it off remotely. So yeah, I guess 1100 satellites launches, something like that should do. Remember that we're still doing 200 plus level 3 modules per minute as well, as we're building up the resources that we are going to need do the final FTL drive, 25 times expensive components, 24,000 level 3 modules for each one, 8,000 of each type, being 200,000 level 3 modules just for the FTL drive needed. So yeah, we're intending to stockpile basically 200,000 modules before we get to that point if we can. And we are out of landfill. We probably don't need a full train's worth, but there you go. SI landfill down here as well, which I actually might, because it is just basically in the way. Now, let's grab these back. Jump on board our train. Our robots should be nicely recharged, so they won't mind doing a little bit of track laying. You would think, anyway, wouldn't you? It's their job, after all. Guys, keep laying this track in front of me. That's the most important one. Of course, one of the advantages of landfill land is there's no trees to clear. Wouldn't that be something if you put all the landfill down and then you had to turn around and sometimes clear trees off your newly created land? Not an idea for you developers. Please ignore that one. Where exactly am I trying to get to? That. Well, that's probably ultimately actually our final destination. We don't need to go any further than that one because we will burn through that as our copper in the way, I guess. That and that will be the copper ore that we set up specially for this, although there's plenty of other options as well. We have tons and tons of copper, basically. Starting to find some better sources of iron. I'd like to know where my landfill train is up to. L for landfill. Landfill, it's on its way back. Should get to us shortly. Let us go at least one further. Track left. Probably need to help these robots out a bit. Right, do I... No, I'm out of signals. You do actually burn through a lot of signals. Let's grab those. We're using 4 signals every section. That is, yeah, it's a decent amount. Alright, I'll do another lane swap thing here. Head back, grab the landfill train, or at least grab some landfill. That's what we want. So yeah, head back, grab some landfill, work out where we are going to pass the copper ore train track up. Another little section for our robots to fix up as we go by. By going by, I mean just stopping there. Let's jump on Mr. Landfill. Go manual. So it's important to work out where we're going to put everything so there's enough room. The worst thing with train congestion is, actually we might as well go all the way down to the end here. Train congestion is, in fact we should probably make this the new West End. Not tech gaming TV, but West End. But of course I left I left my train in a place where I can't just auto-call it, but never mind. Should not be too much of a problem. Right, let's fill in the rest of this lake. Get back to our engineering task. And yeah, I will do a little bit of post-editing because, you know, watching someone do landfill, I probably want to watch a YouTube video that is comprised solely of that. It needs a little bit more. But not necessarily immediately. Let's just have a look. Right, so yeah, I'm thinking if we headed up somewhere near where West End is, straight up here, and we'll probably be connecting up about here because this needs to come up and along here. So let's get rid of the rest of our landfill for now. Maybe we can even deploy landfill down here. So let's head to West End, now I've got a new one. And yes, I did want to check on the all-time production, or consumption rather, of nukes. Won't be in the millions. There you go, 2,400 nukes. What's our all-time production of them? 2,900. So we've probably got about 500 sitting around somewhere, which is good. I do go through them quite fast when we do that. While we're looking at all 631, 522, so up to 1150 now. 1150 million, 1.15 billion plate production. 17 million processing units. We're going to hit that 20 very soon. Right. We are going to need some more rail very soon. Let's grab all of that. Probably more of those, and those. Does that need one? Not sure. So where did I decide I wanted to go up? I thought it was pretty much here, maybe slightly over. Somewhere like here. make a hole, because that makes this whole junction work just that much better. Slap it down, connect up the wires here once it does this. Since we don't get that one for free, to the way I've done this, which means I obviously need to redo it. All in good time. At least no one's asking me for my blueprint books, because they know that they're not really complete. Or at least they should know. You need to go manual. Right, we will head up here. And create our two-way connection. When I find the right blueprint. There we go. Run low on rail, we will have to send the engineering train back to get some more, probably before this exercise is done. So what I might do is well, we'll probably get this up to roughly where we want it to go. Take stock of things at that point. Missing something. I might have to. I do have. So if I ride the engineering train back, it will restock my nukes for me, which will probably be a good thing. It looks like we need to do a little bit of charging here. Sort the bots out. They always seem to get confused over removal of trees versus how close we are to the bugs. I don't want to get their attention just at the moment. I don't have my nukes. Bit of luck, we can just sidle on by. Come back with a suitable gift-wrapped present very soon. A gift-wrapped present that makes a big bang. All part of the excitement for no extra charge. Oh, there's a stupid tree in the way. How far are we wanting to go? Still quite a bit. Probably up to around about here. Again, the best way of ensuring that that tree gets removed is to recharge everything like that. Another sip of coffee. That stone will just get auto picked up in due course. Maybe one more. I am a bit conscious we are running far too long. So I guess we will leave it there. Thanks for joining me. I will see you in the next as we bring copper online. See you then. Bye bye.